Hey everyone. Hello everyone. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, 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 hi. I'm good. I'm good. I didn't sleep well last night. I ate after I got off a live, and I never do that. But I was hungry, so I ate after I got off live. Whenever I eat that late, I don't sleep well. It's just whenever I eat that late, I don't sleep well. That's why I don't usually eat that late. I mean, I didn't eat till a while after I got off. I didn't eat till like 10:30. It was bad. If I don't eat before like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm screwed. But it is what it is. I'll make it up today. I'll make it up today. How are y'all doing today? You forgot the E. You're a sad person with an E. If you're going to insult me, at least do it in proper English. If you're going to insult me, do it in proper English. Oh, look, we got somebody. We got somebody trying to threaten me. Yo, make sure you guys find Bones over here, and since he wants to try to threaten people, and go ahead and report him. Since he wants to try to threaten people. But how's everybody else doing? That's not Bones. Oh shoot, I don't have my something turned on. All right, let's activate those up. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now we're getting everything set up. How's everybody doing today? Someone said they need new glasses. I don't need new glasses, but um, thanks, Ryan. I don't need new glasses, but I also want new glasses. You know, but I like accessories, so you know. uh. All right. Well, we're just starting this thing up. Let's get this thing filled up. Really appreciate you guys. Yeah, glasses in a different style, amor. 100%. I mean, I have like 3 pairs, but like I have like really 2 pairs, and I like a couple more. I also need a new pair of sunglasses because I broke mine. I broke my other ones. One of the side, one of the, what are they called? What's the side of the glasses called? What's the arms? Is it the arm of the glass? Arms. Okay, cool. Yeah, one of the arms got all loose, and so like they don't really fit well. I took them to like lens crafters. They tried to like crimp them on, and like it just didn't. It worked like kind of temporarily, but I definitely need new ones. So, oh well, we'll get some new ones sooner or later. We'll get some new ones sooner or later. Have we still not hit bingo yet? Or did we hit it and I just missed it? Are we still doing bingo? No bingos yet? That's crazy. I mean, I kind of expected after last night. Last night was definitely not like, a normal live. I don't think there was any of the situation we dealt with yesterday. I don't think any of that was on a bingo card someplace. So I guess I shouldn't really be surprised, right? But maybe we'll see what we can hit today. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. In order to get a bingo card, you have to, well, first of all, you have to be in my Discord. All right. You know what? Thank you, Rocky. I appreciate that. You have to be on my Discord, and you can play bingo all you want, just being in the Discord. But in order to win, you also have to be either a paid sub or member, depending. So for the YT people over there, the YouTubers, you have to be a member. For the TikTokers, you have to be a subscriber, stuff like that. And then if you can hit it, there's a chat for you to be able to put it in there. And yeah. You can play. Okay. Well, yeah. If you look it says subscriber spaces. If you can't see subscriber spaces, that means that you didn't register as a subscriber. You didn't send in any verification of that. So if you can't use it, then that means you're not in the right, you don't have the right access. So I need you to put in a ticket so that one of my mods can give you access, or me once I'm off live. All right. Anyways, we're about to open up these phone lines, get this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see how long we decide to go today. Queen V says she already has one bingo square. Is it the middle one? Is it the middle one? I have a weird feeling it might be the middle one. That's crazy. It was just a guess. It was just a guess that it might be the middle one. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Well, I guess it's time to get this thing started. Let's open up these phone lines, get this thing moving. Really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Sure, guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So you guys are coming in, like I always say, please chat in the chat thing. Get little, that would just be a subscriber for you. Okay, just subbing to the live. Same thing. Okay. They just call it something different depending on what platform you're on. On TikTok and Twitch, it's a subscriber, but a follower on YouTube is a subscriber. Isn't that confusing? And theirs is a membership. See, it's just different terminology. That's why I have to say it like that. Hello, how are you?
Hi, it's Summer. I'm just at a loss right now. I don't even know what to say. I had the worst day today at work. Everyone in my work, they support Trump, and I'm all for helping others support their, yeah.
Okay. Ryan, that's the exact first thing that I thought. My dog can talk? My dog went to work?
Hello?
That's pretty impressive. And she figured out how to use a phone. Yeah. But thanks for venting. I do really appreciate that. But
well, my coworkers thought that I stole the flag key so that I couldn't help them lower the flag to half-mast. and I didn't even know what it looked like. I didn't know what the flag key looked like.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that. I don't know what the heck we're talking about right now, but I hope you find your key, okay? I don't know what that was. Here's what I know. That sounded like my girlfriend called, like letting me know how her day went when I came home, and that's not my girlfriend. So I'm very confused. Hello, how are you? CAG, thank you so much for the bits. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the bits. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about. What's up, hype man?
What's good, Polly? I'm sorry. I know I've been a really long time, man. It's been a long time since I talked to you.
All right,
man.
well, let's
How
get
you
this.
been? You
Let's
been
get
good?
this live hyped up. Let's go. That's your job. You're hyping this thing up.
All right.
Let's go.
Hey, let's go, Polly. Let's go, Polly. Hey, yeah. Show this motherfuckers who's boss. Let's go, Polly. Hey, yeah, let's go, Polly. Let's go, Polly. Let's go, Polly.
I had to save you because
Nah.
you kept coming up at the beginning of every live, so I had to save you.
Yeah, you're right. You been good? You been good?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty all right. Just watching you just take down the Republicans. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing my best, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go so I can get to him, but I hope you have a good one. All right.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right.
Take your time, man. Hey,
Later,
love
man.
you, bro.
Love you too, brother. Bye. I did used to come up like every live, like first guest every single day, and was just trying to hype me up. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. All right. Well, we have no guests quite yet, but I'm sure we'll get there. Oh, guess we do actually. Hello, how are you? Hello.
Hey, this is a more serious topic.
No, I just asked
and
you. I said hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, how are
Sorry.
you today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Awesome. What year were you born?
I was born in 2005.
Nope, that don't work at all. Anyways, that doesn't even kind of work. Like, and I made it so easy for you. How do you mess that up? Hello, how are you? Goodbye. Truly, how do you mess that up? Look, I don't. Hype train coming in. I got a hype train going on. Bro, I got a hype train going on over here. Bro, let's get fucking hyped up in here, yo. I'm freaking getting hyped up over here. Thank you, Ragin, for the subscription. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Why is that?
Well, I called a bunch of times. I've been on your show like probably 4 or 5 times. The same thing. I just like him as a president.
Oh, okay. Well, if you've been on my show 3 or 4 times, I'm just going to move on to the next person because I'd really like to get to some new people. But I hope you have a wonderful day, okay? Yeah, you too. I knew your voice sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't quite sure. Mustard, thank you so much for the jewels, too. Thank you for the descriptions, the bits, the jewels, the hype train we got going on there. Hell yeah, y'all. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm okay. You got up for work.
No, I said, how old are you?
Oh, how old am I?
Yes.
I'm 38, sir.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Of course I do.
Awesome. So why is that?
Because he's handling business. He's actually doing the things that needed to be done.
Like what?
Let's say the border for one. Like there's the border. There's plenty of people.
There is a border.
There's plenty of people that's been coming into the country that don't deserve to be here.
Don't deserve? Who deserves to be here?
Well, I mean, like you were born here, weren't you?
I mean, but just because I was born here doesn't mean I would deserve to be here. Who deserves to be here?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're completely wrong about that because if you were born here, you're an American citizen. You deserve to be here.
No, I disagree with that. If I'm born here and I'm an American citizen, that part is correct. But just because I'm an American citizen doesn't mean I deserve to be anywhere, right?
No,
We don't
like
we don't we
yeah,
don't we
if
don't we
you're an
don't we don't
American citizen.
we don't deserve land, right? Like there's no land that any of us deserve, right? And if anybody deserves the land that we're on, it would definitely be indigenous people to this land, and not people that were either came here voluntarily or were brought here. Okay.
Okay,
But
so
but but
let me ask you
according
something.
but according to our laws, I mean, there's lots of people that have the ability to be here and should be here, and Donald Trump doesn't seem to care about them either.
Okay, well, so what makes you say that?
Well, because Donald Trump is doing things like stopping asylum, which according to our laws is legal, right? He's doing things like going to courtrooms to get people that, are in the process of trying to get their legal, their legal ability to get here. And so they, under our laws, they have some right to be here, right? And if they don't, they're at least trying to have the right to be here, right? And I would say that they deserve it a lot more than someone that's born here. Hold it, no, sir. I'm sure you have so much to say, but yeah,
I'll let you get your nut off. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll let you get your nut off. Go ahead.
Yeah, sounds good, sir. So what I was trying to say was actually, if you really think about it, people that actually work really hard and spend a lot of money and actually study and actually travel all this way to come.
You mean like Americans?
Are you going to let me finish my sentence? Or
Okay.
All right. Yeah, awesome. So again, for the third time of me trying to start this sentence, okay, and finish it all the way to the end. Actually, people that come here, they spend a lot of money. They actually try to work really hard to actually get here. I believe that they deserve to be more here more than somebody who was just born here. Being just born here, you don't deserve anything. You were just born. You didn't choose where you were born.
Well, I mean, this is not your homeland, right? Well, this is your homeland.
But we didn't talk about whether it's your homeland. We talked about who deserved it. That's what you said. You said deserve. You said deserve.
There's definitely plenty of immigrants that come over and they go through the process the right way.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Donald Trump is sending ICE agents to their court cases while they're trying to do things the right way.
He's not.
Yes,
he is. You're wrong about that. I'm just saying something. That when they come up, they're not coming over here leaving. They are literally cutting in front of the line of people.
Man, you are yelling a lot.
They literally.
You're yelling a lot.
Jump in front of the line. Yes,
sir, Donald Trump literally is sending ICE agents to immigrate.
And it's disrespectful to the people who actually come here. They go through.
Yeah, I don't know why you're yelling.
I'm yelling because you're talking over me.
I'm literally not talking over you at all. Not even a little bit.
So you give me the floor. Right?
Okay. So what
so you want me to stop interrupting you, so you stop interrupting me, okay?
I just want you to I don't care about cutting off. I'm caring about your yelling like a child. Are you going to be
I'm not yelling like
no,
I'm literally
you are very much yelling. No, you are 100% yelling. Yeah.
But you keep cutting me off, bro. You know what I mean?
No,
so, how
I don't
can
know what you mean.
Listen, you don't know the first thing about a basic intellectual discussion, because when you let somebody talk, right?
Yes, sir, you're correct. I'm the one who doesn't know anything about a basic intellectual conversation. While you're still yelling, you're literally still yelling and screaming.
Okay. Okay, sir. Now, give me your pointers in which I'm wrong.
Yeah, again, I said that Donald Trump was sending ICE agents to courtrooms, to immigration court to get people who are trying to do it legally. And you said I was wrong, but that's unequivocally false. Not only is it unequivocally false, but Donald Trump literally arrested a judge because he was sending ICE agents to that courtroom for people that were trying to do things the right way. And the judge was you see how you're yelling again?
He arrested the judge. Because your facts are wrong. He arrested the judge. He arrested the judge because he is not following the rules of the Constitution.
What rule of the Constitution were they breaking?
Let's get that very clear.
What rule of the Constitution was that judge breaking?
We're still talking about immigration, right?
No, sir. You said he arrested the judge because the judge was breaking the rules of the Constitution.
Okay,
Which
yes
rules?
No?
Which rules of the Constitution?
Don't sit there.
Which rules of the Constitution was the judge breaking that required him to arrest her for breaking the rules of the Constitution?
Because he wasn't following the fucking rules of our land.
Exactly, sir. I'm asking you
Just
which
like
rule.
everybody else, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Like, what are
asking,
you
sir.
talking
I'm
about?
literally asking you which rule.
Give me a second, man. I live in the city. I'm on my way home. You know, so it gets kind of loud.
Yeah, I'm
heard me?
just asking you which rule. It's not a trick question. Which rules?
What rule? What about coming over here legally, signing the papers, and actually going through the
No,
process?
sir. For the
That
final
rule?
time, for
That rule?
the literal final time. Okay, you said that the judge, okay, was arrested for breaking the rules of our Constitution, and I am asking you, what rules?
Which is coming here illegally.
The judge came
Like,
here
what
illegally.
makes you understand about that, bro?
The judge came here illegally. The federal court judge came here illegally.
No. I see what you're trying to do. No, we're not doing that. I'm talking about the people that's coming here illegally, okay? And the judge did not want to follow the rules of our Constitution.
Yeah.
Okay?
Which rule of the Constitution?
The Illegal Mill is Act. The Illegal Alien Act.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
Was that English?
What was it? 17? What was it? 17?
Me,
17?
thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate that. Guys, if you're on the portrait live, I have to restart it. I don't know what is going on in my portrait live right now, but I have to restart it because it is being very, very weird. So let me restart it. Give me like a minute or two and I'll be right back on it.
Okay.
That had nothing to do with you. I am asking you what rule the judge broke.
I'm waiting for your point, sir.
I'm still waiting for your answer.
Answer to what? I just fucking told you
What
my answer.
rule did the
I just
judge
told you
break?
my answer. The fact that he doesn't want to follow the rules.
What rules?
Like, what part of that do you not understand? Do you not have
What
any common
rules?
fucking sense? Do you
What
not have any
rules?
common sense?
What rules?
That you can't be here illegally.
Sir, again, the
Jesus
judge
Christ,
isn't here
bro.
illegally. You're
Jesus
asking,
Christ.
sir, again, you're saying
Do I
that
have
the
to
judge
fucking dumb
broke
it
a
down
rule.
for you, bro?
Please do. Please explain to me the rules by dumbing it down for me. I would appreciate that.
Okay. If you come here to our land, right? This cool. You want to make this is the greatest country in the world, right? Everybody wants to come here.
What rules
Everybody
did
wants
the
to come
judge,
here
sir?
and-
What
and
rules?
and live
What rules?
the
Listen,
American dream.
sir,
and live the American dream. No,
sir.
hold on. I wasn't done.
No,
I
you
was
are
not
done. You are done. You are done. Actually,
I
you are actually done. Okay. So for I understand. Okay, that the English language is something that is very difficult for you. Okay, and comprehension skills are obviously not your forte. Okay, I'm sure you have tons of other skills. Okay, that are, that other things. Maybe you're a great painter. Okay, or
maybe
something.
I'm a what?
Maybe you're a great painter, or maybe you're really good at laying like concrete. I don't know what your like your specialty is, what you're really good at. Okay. Somebody suggested maybe crying.
Right. I'm in the construction industry. You're right.
But the question I asked you, okay, and I'm only going to ask it once, and if you can't directly answer the question, I'm just going to move on to the next caller, okay? Because this is just becoming painful for everybody. Okay? You said that the judge broke the rules of the Constitution. What rules?
Well, yeah, every
no. See, maybe this is the problem. Okay, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. I'm gonna mute you until you're ready to listen to the whole question. Okay? No one can hear you. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to listen to the whole question and then you can answer. Okay? All right. Awesome. Yes. So again, no one can hear you. So you can say whatever you want. All right. No one can hear you because I'm going to get the whole question out. Then you can answer the question. Easy stuff. All right. So the question that I asked you is, okay, you said that the judge broke the rules of the Constitution. Okay. And so therefore I am asking you, all right, what rules of the Constitution did the judge break? And before I'm done asking this question, I'm going to unmute you. And if you do not directly answer the question, the next thing you will hear is the dial tone. Okay. So what rules did the judge break according to the Constitution?
The illegal aliens act of 17. I forgot the year, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
So that would be the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, and that's not in the Constitution.
1798, correct. Yeah.
And that's not in the Constitution.
What do you mean it's not in the Constitution?
It's not in the Constitution. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You know how it says like act in it? That means it's a law.
So let me ask
and
you
laws
something.
like laws are separate.
With all due respect, right? With all due respect, why don't you support Donald Trump?
Sir, we are on a specific question. I can tell you for a long. How about this? How about this? I'll give you a perfect. I'll give you one right now. I'll give you one right now.
You gave me the answer. Okay, I disagree with you. We can move on now.
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Sure, because I don't agree with presidents putting in wartime acts like the Alien Enemies Act when we're not at war just to consolidate power and as like an authoritarian.
Well, I mean that act came over when the war was over.
I'm sorry, was that English?
When the war was over, okay, you said 1798, correct?
Yeah.
The war had been over since then.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So, I'm sorry. Do I have to spell it out for you? Like,
sure. I don't think you could spell it or out.
The ITOUT.
Good job.
Oh yeah, I know. It's beautiful.
Can we get a golf clap in the chat for him, please? Thank you very much. Can we get a golf clap in the chat? Trust me, I am just as surprised as you guys are. Okay.
Can I ask you something?
I am just as surprised as you guys are. You guys did great.
Where do you live?
Okay.
Like, let's say, like you don't have to give me a specific place, right? Per se. But where do you live exactly?
I live in Florida.
So I can get a feeling of kind of like who you are and why do you have.
Sir, I really don't want you to get a feeling of who I am. I could care less if you care who I am. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, listen, you can't have a debate, so you can't even tell me where you're from.
I already did, sir. You were too busy yelling to even hear me.
No, you didn't tell me anything.
Yes, I did.
Where are you from? I'm asking you now. Where are you from?
Well, I hope you have a good one. Okay. I already said I live in Florida.
Yeah, I know you're in Colorado, bro. So
yeah, no, I just told you where I was from a second time, and you still got it wrong.
Well, I mean, you didn't tell me anything. You didn't say where you were from. Where are you from?
I literally just told you twice, and you were so busy yapping.
You didn't say anything.
You were so busy yapping, you didn't even hear it.
All right, you got the floor. Where are you from?
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Bro, how are you gonna... I'm glad that everybody in the chat all said where I said that I'm like where I'm from, that like everybody said, so I know that y'all all heard me. Okay? Because that was wild. Yo, we're going to keep moving on. Open up the next caller. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you guys would like to support the live, I do have super chats. I have bits and all this sort of stuff, subs, members, all that fun stuff. So if you'd like to support the live, I really, really appreciate you. I don't really know what's going on with my portrait live right now. It's being kind of strange. I wonder if that's because of the live last night. So, but that's okay. We'll see what's up. But if you guys do me a favor, especially if you're in that portrait live on YouTube, please send stuff in the chat. chat in there really hard, see if we can get this thing going, because I really don't want to have to be struggling with it so much. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
40.
You're 40?
Yep.
Okay. Do you support Trump?
Yep.
Awesome. Why is that? What's on your mind today?
He's a good president. And also that last caller, obviously wasn't listening. He was shouting a lot. Not all MAGA people, it was a good representation of him, but I still appreciate the fact that he had some convictions, like, people shouldn't be coming here illegally.
Sir, having some convictions doesn't mean your convictions are right.
Yeah, well, that's why we have debates and stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I mean, IDM's a big supporter of debate and conversation, obviously. Right.
Yeah, people can agree.
Yeah, but if you can't articulate your convictions, then you probably don't know your convictions very well.
He was riled up and kind of wasting time, but he had some convictions about American citizens deserve to be here more than someone who's working hard, crossing the border, works here for minimum wage.
Why?
Well, because we have a country, right? And we all agreed to have a law that says you have to come in through the proper channels.
Correct, but that doesn't define deserves to be here. Okay, that defines what's legal in this country, right? And those two things are very, very different. And I'll give you an example, right? Like for longest time, and even currently right now, right? But it's for the longest time in the United States, chattel slavery was legal in the United States. Does that mean that people deserve to be slaves because it was legal? Of course not, right? So legality doesn't equal deserving, right? So that's
exactly. That was moral, and we changed the laws to reflect our morality. But slavery was in common practice during the founding of the country, as it was around the world.
Right, but it doesn't mean that it was that it. But sir, we're talking about
years before we had black slaves.
Sir, but we were talking about deserving. Okay. Deserving.
Exactly.
What means that we
the choice of word.
Right. So what makes us deserving to be here?
We were born here as American citizens, and that's what we all agreed the law was going to be.
That, again, I'm not asking legality. I'm asking what makes us deserving.
It's our homeland. Just like someone born in Mexico would deserve to be there.
No, they don't. Why?
You can't just, someone born in China and then they just kick them right out right away.
No, I didn't say kick anyone right out. I'm asking why you deserve it. Why you being born in a country means you deserve to be in that country. That's what I'm asking. Okay, why?
Well, God had you born there, right?
Well, that's going to be a really bad argument because God also said that we should invite in the immigrants. So
exactly, that's what we do. We can only invite in so many, though.
No, God doesn't tell you only invite in so many. God tells you to treat the aliens in your land just like they're your own.
He says to be discretionary in your giving to those who deserve it. You don't just give $5 to every bum on the street.
I'm sorry. Did you not hear me? God said, okay, to invite the aliens from other nations in and treat them as your own.
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't say
for the most part,
he didn't say with some discretion. Okay, he said to just do it, and even more specifically than that, he definitely didn't say that you rip families apart or send people to countries they're not from or send people to terrorism prisons. He sure as hell didn't say any of that stuff. And so, if you're going to talk about what God making us deserve, if you're saying that God put us, hold on, sir, but if you're saying that God put us in the country, then doesn't that also mean that God put those immigrants in our country also?
God also knew who was going to come here and get approved and who wasn't going to get approved. So
right, but God told you to treat them as if they are native born.
I do.
And but yet you support somebody
in America.
But you support Donald Trump who does not.
Not everyone is like a perfectly good Christian.
Sir, I'm not asking anybody to be a perfectly good Christian. You are currently supporting somebody who is treating immigrants horrifically. Okay? You're claiming what God wants, where God wants people to be. Okay? But God says specifically to treat immigrants like they are native born. So if you are a Christian, you believe in God, and God is supposed to be the guiding, factor of your morals, right? That's where your morals come from, is from God. Then how could you possibly support someone who goes directly against how God tells you to treat immigrants?
There was more deportations under Biden and Obama, right? And people supported
Sir,
that.
I'm not asking
And
about Biden and
I'm
Obama.
not saying ripping
I'm
families
asking
apart is
right
good.
now.
I'm just saying it's not.
I'm sorry. Was Biden or Obama sending immigrants to foreign torture prisons? Were they creating alligator Alcatraz and laughing about it?
They sent people to Guantanamo that were, alien enemies, terrorists, different things like that. They qualified.
Sir. They said,
murderers.
sir. First of all, I am not in any way saying anything that happened at Guantanamo was good. It's absolutely horrible. Okay, and I can unequivocally say I do not support sending anybody to Guantanamo Bay. First of all, that was started under Bush, by the way, not under Obama, right? But yes, it did continue into Obama. All right, but again, even though that was horrific, all right, and it was horrific, okay, those people were suspected of terrorism, whether that was right, whether that was wrong, whether they should have been held, that I completely disagree with, right? These are people who've committed no crime, have no suspicion of committing a crime, and are being sent to a foreign torture prison.
That type of scenario is not as widespread as the media hypes it up to be.
Sir, I don't care how widespread it is. I said it was hundreds of people that were sent by our government to foreign torture prisons. Right now, Donald Trump is currently deporting people to South Sudan. He is trying a civil war torn, famined country, one that they are not from and have never been to.
Okay.
He is trying to send people to Rwanda. He literally opened up alligator Alcatraz.
Can I say something?
So he literally opened up alligator Alcatraz, someplace with horrible living conditions, and then made fun of the migrants for having to live in those horrible conditions.
There's a lot of sob stories around the world, and we can't solve every single one of them. I mean, if we could take in 1 million asylees at the border right now, and we were able to do that,
sir, this isn't someone else's sob story. This is what our country is doing to people. This is literally. No, hold on, sir. This is literally the equivalency of what you're saying. It's literally if I was to freaking stab someone next to me and they go, "Why did you stab them?" And then you go, "Well, you can't help everyone."
But Trump never stabbed anybody.
He's the one who sent them to the torture prisons. He's the one who sent them to these countries they're not from. He's the one doing the bad act. This isn't other people in other countries that we're not helping. These people are coming here, and then we're sending them to the horrible thing.
Okay, they were here illegally and highly suspected of being gang members in El Salvador.
No, they fucking weren't. And even if they were, that doesn't excuse it.
And guess what? Abrego, who, objectively or whatever, he got sent back because people complained enough.
Yeah, and how about the other hundreds of people that were also tortured in that prison?
They didn't have a good enough case to come back.
Oh, gotcha. So if they don't have a good enough lawyer, if they don't get enough attention, then they deserve to be tortured.
So, El Salvador has the maximum security one you're talking about, but they also have another prison where they can earn a degree. And if they're good, they go to that prison instead.
So godly. This is straight out of the Bible. This is exactly what God said. God in the Bible specifically. What verse is it? Is that in Deuteronomy? Where God says, you know what? Send them to the foreign torture prison if they come to your country. And if they're good enough, they might be able to earn a degree in another prison. Just like straight out of the Bible.
Every ICE agent that arrests an immigrant sends them straight to El Salvador.
I am not saying that every single one is. I am talking about the ones who are.
Yeah, and then when we made a mistake, we took Abrego back.
You took him back.
Still gets praised,
they took him back, and now they're trying to deport him to Rwanda.
That's better than leaving him here to smuggle human trafficking and beat his wife,
human
right?
trafficking, yes. You know what we do with the human traffickers in the United States?
Okay, how about this?
No, sir.
Do
you know what we do to people who are criminals in the United States?
Put them in jail, give them fines.
Well, no. First, we start by convicting them. of crimes.
He has plenty of court orders against him.
I'm sorry. How many convictions does he have for human trafficking? I'm sorry. I must have missed that. Was there a human trafficking conviction that I'm unaware of?
If he stays here, they're going to charge him with that. If
then
he
do
leaves,
it.
Then he gets out of free
no.
of
Then
getting
do
charged
it.
with that.
Why would you want to release someone that's human trafficking?
Because we would rather deport him than try him for human trafficking and put him in jail.
Because you know why the Trump administration would rather deport him than put him on trial for human trafficking and send him to jail?
Because they're going to cost money to keep him.
Because they can't fucking convict him because there's no evidence of human trafficking. That's why they don't want to put him. Sir, that is why they don't want to fucking put him on trial. They don't want to put him on trial because they can't fucking convict him.
Okay, but there's literally body cam footage of the Tennessee trooper that pulled him over with
and
all
what did
the
that
illegals
Tennessee
in the
trooper
car.
do after pulling him over?
Okay, I don't know the details of the case.
Let me let's not move on fucking anywhere. The fucking Tennessee trooper pulled him over, had no suspicion of him human trafficking, and then fucking released him. Because there was absolutely no evidence and no support that he was human trafficking.
And that's probably why Abrego ended up in this crazy limbo, because you're innocent until proven guilty in America, and we gave him his due
Except
process.
for they sent him to prison as if he was guilty before proving it, and you're supporting that.
Yeah, but people get arrested all the time. I didn't
say arrested. They sent him to a foreign torture prison.
Yeah, and he got a lot of GoFundMe money for that. I bet
if he got a lot of GoFundMe money, then fuck it, the fact that he was tortured, right? Guys, that's apparently in the Bible too. It's okay to torture people, okay? As long as you give them some GoFundMe money.
Okay, I don't agree.
What verse is that? Hold on. What verse is that in the Bible? I can't remember. What verse in the Bible where it says it's okay to torture the shit out of people as long as you give them GoFundMe money later? I can't remember.
It says, rejoice in your suffering. It'll make you stronger in the long run.
Oh, okay, so that's the verse that says torture people without convicting them of a crime, and then maybe they'll get some GoFundMe money later?
No, it generally says treat other people the way you wish to be treated.
Oh, so do you wish to be treated by being sent to a foreign torture prison for a crime that you're not convicted of?
Nope, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone else either.
Oh yeah, but you're okay with Donald Trump doing it. I don't necessarily
support every little thing that Trump does.
You're okay with Donald Trump doing it, and not only are you okay with Donald Trump doing it, you are literally sitting up here for the last 10 minutes trying to defend it, which is wild.
All right, you got me there because I'm trying to defend, the president I voted for. But you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I supported immigration policy as a whole.
What immigration policy?
Not just one particular instance that fell through the cracks and made
What immigration
headlines.
Policy?
Well, cracking down on illegal crossings and deporting people that are committing crimes.
Awesome. Less than 15% of the people that Donald Trump is deporting committed any crime outside of actual just crossing the border, which is actually a civil offense and a class C.
Crime punishable by deportation.
Yeah, it's not a crime punishable by deportation. It's a civil offense in which you can be deported for. Okay, because if it was if it was a crime that you could be convicted of, and the punishment is that you were deported, then that means that every single person that crossed the border would deserve their day in court to be proven that they crossed the border illegally, and then therefore the judicial system could then punish that person by deporting them. Okay, but that's not what our law says.
Immigration judges that have final order of removals on most of these
ICE can deport someone for illegal crossing without a single day in court. Do you know why?
Expedited removals.
Do you know why, sir?
And other things in the law.
You know why, sir?
Why?
Because it's not a crime that is punishable by deportation. Okay? It is a civil offense under Title 8 in which you can be deported for. There are tons of things you can get deported for that aren't crimes. Okay? You can be here and something happens and you can be deported. Don't have to commit a crime.
So if someone cuts a line in front of all the legal immigrants, they should get rewarded.
Donald Trump is getting rid of legal immigrants. What are you talking about?
So they should get
Donald Trump is getting rid of and deporting legal migrants.
They had temporary protective status. It's only
Which
temporary.
makes them what?
It expired.
Which makes them what?
Deportable.
Makes them legally here. If you have temporary legal status, you are legally here.
But the temporary status ran out. And
no,
those
sir. Those
getting
students
deported.
at freaking Columbia and Harvard, their status did not run out. The Haitians and the Guatemalans he's trying to get rid of, their status has not run out. None of their statuses have run out. Donald Trump is just trying to deport them anyway. He is trying to take away their legal status. And so therefore they are then illegally here and then deport them.
Well, I mean, he kind of ran on that platform and people voted for him.
Gotcha, sir. So again, right back to it. You don't give a shit about somebody being here legally or not. Okay? Because you're totally cool. Because you're totally cool. Because you're totally cool with Donald Trump taking away their legal status and then deporting them anyway.
Well, I mean, I'll have to look on some of the statistics on that, but you know.
Sounds like you have a lot to look at before you understand immigration in this country.
It sounds like the previous administration maybe made too many promises, you know.
Like what?
And the temporary status is running out because they don't have.
Sir, the temporary status is not running out. Get that through your head. The temporary status is not running out. That's why Donald Trump is ripping away their temporary status.
Okay, so give me an example of someone who would get deported that was a legal asylum.
I just gave you three different examples. I gave you the students at Columbia, Harvard, and I gave you the Haitians and Guatemalans. I gave you four, actually.
Well, didn't judges block some of those things?
Yes, sir. Do you support Trump or do you support the judges that are blocking him?
I support our three-pronged government.
Oh,
you know,
gotcha. So now all of a sudden this guy is happy. Apparently a second ago, he loved Donald Trump's policies on immigration, but now all of a sudden he loves that Donald Trump's policies are getting blocked by our court system. So which one is it, sir? Do you support Donald Trump's policies or do you support that they're getting blocked?
I support our government doing something.
Gotcha. So now you don't care about Donald Trump's policies. You think Donald Trump's policies are horrible.
His greater goal of the policy is to get the 14 million people here illegally out eventually and prevent new ones from coming in. And he seems
that's not a policy, sir. That's just a rhetoric.
Of course, there's lots of bad cases that slip through the cracks.
Yeah, that's not policy.
But what's the most humane thing we can do to punish them? Or give them
the main thing to do to punish someone? Why would I want to punish anyone?
Because that's what the law says that we made.
No, it doesn't. I've already discussed this part. Were you not listening to the first part of the conversation? We just discussed this. We just discussed it. You know, the most humane thing to do, and if you actually cared about freaking people being in this country, if you actually cared about people in this country actually being here safely, having background checks, and making sure that they were actually legally allowed to be here, you would do things like support mass amnesty. Okay, because that would ensure that people that are here actually have background checks, that they actually have the ability to work, that they can actually pay taxes, that they can actually contribute to our society. That would be the most logical thing to do if that is what you supported. Okay, but it sounds like all you support, but sir, all you really support is I don't like brown people here, and that's pretty much all that is.
But see, no one's came out and said that. Plus, in 1965, when we revised the Immigration Act, we took out all the racist stuff and made it based on merit and family ties.
So you think because they revised an act that all the racism is gone?
They had racial shit in there.
I'm sorry, sir. You think because freaking we revised a law that freaking all of a sudden our system became not racist?
Became better than it was.
Cool.
In 1965.
Better than it was does not mean not racist.
Didn't help?
Sir, being better than it was is not racist.
That helped our racism problem.
Sir,
right?
Being better than it was is not supporting does not make it not racism.
But it makes it less racist than before.
Cool. We're less racist and still very racist. Congratulations.
I mean, Texas is majority Latino now.
I'm sorry, was that a piece of information that I was supposed to do something with, or were you just word vomiting?
I'm saying we don't have, not, that, I mean, if we were that racist, when we have deported them all, instead of have 50-50 white and Hispanic, I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know much.
I'm all for having Americans be culturally diverse in this country. I believe that, people like to call us racist and all these things, but when you look at other countries, our country is like the most culturally diverse.
And why is our
Like,
country?
if you go to Japan,
and why
they'll
is
look
our
at you funny for being not Japanese.
And why? Yeah. And where does all Japanese people's heritage trace back to?
Okay.
Answer the question.
The Asians, Pacific
To
Islanders.
Japan. Where do white people's heritage come from?
Well, I mean, English and European descent.
Yeah, not fucking here.
Founded, right?
Yeah, not fucking here. Okay, all of Japan's
the people
heritage,
that were born here
Japan's heritage,
here.
the people in Japan, all of their heritage comes from Japan. If you want to go back to a homogenous nation, then you should go back to where your people are from, because it's not from here.
We want multicultural here.
Oh, so now you want it.
That's something that we celebrate.
Oh, now you want it. Now we celebrate immigration all of a sudden.
Because when our country first started 250 years ago, it was like you're saying, a lot more one-sided and racist. 250 years later, after a great American freedom experiment, we have the most culturally diverse country in the world.
Yes, that is filled with racism.
They were racist. Well, that's each individual's problem. They got to look at themselves and be like, maybe I shouldn't do racist things.
Yes,
like how
you
Trump
shouldn't.
denied the black family the apartment in 1973, and he hasn't heard the end of it.
Because he's continued to do more racist stuff ever since then.
Like what?
Like calling for the death of freaking 5 black men that were exonerated of a murder. How about that? How about kicking black dealers and black bartenders off of his store? Murdered? How about inviting people like Nick Fuentes and David Duke to Mar-a-Lago? That was just a couple years ago.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't watch him much, but everyone deserves their platforms, right? Like, I mean, why can't you be on his show or something?
Be on Donald Trump's show?
Or Nick Fuentes or any other influencer out there.
Why would I want to go on a white supremacist fucking show?
To debate him? I don't know.
Why would I want to debate a white supremacist?
Why would you debate someone who's not a white supremacist if you're just going to agree on everything?
Sir, I'm debating you. Do we agree on everything?
Okay. Well,
are you a white supremacist?
No.
Okay, so you do realize that I have the ability to talk to people that aren't white supremacists. See, here's the thing about white supremacists. There's no point in arguing with them because they're white supremacists. Okay? Their entire platform doesn't make sense to begin with. Okay? But if Nick Fuentes wanted to have me debate him, I would gladly debate Nick Fuentes. Personally, I would debate the shit out of Nick Fuentes. I would fucking school his ass. I'm not even fucking worried about that. But regardless of any of that, sir, your president supports white supremacists like Nick Fuentes.
I just when I see when Trump called out the statue that was getting taken down, and then there was the riots on both sides.
I think they want the white one. I think I talked to the black ones. I think they want the white one.
He said at the end of that sentence that they cut off, "I don't support white supremacy."
Congratulations.
I don't. Okay. Well, anyway.
So let me get this straight. So Donald Trump, hold on. Let me get this straight. So Donald Trump does a bunch of racist stuff. Okay. But I'm supposed to give Donald Trump credit because one time in a thing, he said he didn't support white supremacy. Oh, well, shit. Well, if that's the case, I guess we can ignore everything else he's done. We can just move on with our lives because he said that he didn't support it, even though he's done things all the way over and supported people, white supremacists, and, had people, white supremacists over at the White House and had white supremacists over at Mar-a-Lago and freaking actively and openly supports white supremacist groups. But you know what? Once he said, I don't support it, so
but I guess that's cool. Real dirty white supremacist people.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's dirty and non-dirty white supremacists? My bad.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I guess Donald Trump only supports the cool white supremacists.
People can have different opinions on things. I know Nick Fuentes got kicked off of YouTube because they thought he was a little too white supremacist. I mean, I've seen a little bit of his
little too. So a little bit's cool with you. Just he got a little bit too far
to make me say like, oh, he's a white supremacist.
How about David Duke?
But I don't watch him that much.
How about
so
David
I
Duke?
just saw him talk about different things. Huh?
How about David Duke, who was also at that dinner?
Okay, so Trump doesn't necessarily know
Who's David Duke?
Support everything. I assume he's a white supremacist because I've heard his name, but I'm not saying Trump's values align with his. He's probably there for a different reason.
Yes, please tell me. Please tell me what
the
different reason that Donald Trump had the ex-Grand Wizard of the KKK at.
This is exactly why we had to put up the Robert E. Lee portrait at West Point, because people need to see our history and debate people with other points of views or condemn it,
Oh, I am debating some with other points of views, and I'm condemning you also. You just haven't caught up yet.
Okay, that's fine. I feel that you don't put America first enough or care about the people that are legal citizens.
Oh, I care much more about legal citizens than you or Donald Trump does.
2-year temporary status under Biden.
Sir,
or whatever.
Joe Biden did way more in 4 years than Donald Trump has ever done for American citizens. And I'm not even the biggest Biden supporter, and Biden still did more for American citizens than Donald Trump will ever do.
Well, that's your opinion, and
it's not my opinion. That's facts.
That, and then I have an opinion that he did better than Biden.
Okay, how?
I can have facts to prove that. Well, first of all, there was no new wars under Trump 1 or Trump 2.
Literally, Donald Trump even claimed
huge wars under Biden.
Hold on, sir.
Isn't
Isn't Donald Trump right now claiming that he solved 7 wars?
Yep.
Yeah, 3 of those started this presidency. What are you talking about? How are you going to claim new war? So let me get this straight. A war started.
Those were
Donald
going
Trump
on before he was president.
Oh, really? Really? So when Israel attacked Iran, okay, and he's calling it the 12-day war. That is what Donald Trump is calling it, the 12-day war. Okay, that ended in June. Okay, somehow that started prior to Donald Trump's presidency. Was it 11 days during Biden's presidency? And then it was just
skirmish, not a whole war.
Donald Trump called it a war.
Good point.
Oh, okay, but I guess no new wars. I guess Donald Trump is just now ending wars that started under his presidency, but it wasn't a war that he started. Man, that's impressive. I mean, honestly, okay. I give props to that. I give props on how this war started while Donald Trump was presidency, but Donald Trump didn't start the war, but he also gets credit for ending the war. Impressive.
It didn't continue for a period of time from the start till a major.
Sir, he's calling it the 12-day war. It ended in June.
Brags about 7 different wars all the time, and he can't even remember the names of them all when he goes through them.
Gotcha. So now you're saying Donald Trump not only didn't start any new wars, but can't even remember the wars that were started under him. Well, that sounds like that sounds like he's totally ready to be president, guys.
Going on for 30 years.
That's what we got here. That's how we got here, guys. We have Donald Trump not only is starting new wars under his presidency, but he's too dumb to remember the wars that he started. That's what this guy's argument is.
But, there were more wars started under Biden. They were last.
Oh, really? What wars were started under Biden?
Well, from October 7th till now, at 70,000 people killed in Gaza.
Gotcha. So Israel and Gaza just started fighting under Biden's administration.
Yep, they weren't fighting under Trump 1.
Nope, never even. They probably loved each other. Actually, Trump 1. I actually remember, Donald Trump, Israel and Gaza coming out and saying, "God, it's so awesome that Donald Trump is president. We love each other. It's just so awesome." And that things have never been better.
And Biden could have done better to not have the Ukraine-Russia war break out.
Oh, yes. The war that started in, what year was that again?
2022.
Try 2014.
Under Biden.
Try 2014.
That was under Obama.
That is correct. And that's when the war started.
They calmed down under Bush, or they calmed down under
war
Trump.
Didn't start. The war started in 2014.
Yeah, that was under Obama, and they took Crimea.
Good job, sir. I know who was president. That wasn't Biden.
And then they weren't fighting under Trump 1.
Yes, they were. They were fighting
to this scale.
They were fighting in the Donbass region the whole time.
But not as a major.
Oh, gotcha. So they were fighting a war under Trump, but it wasn't as big as I thought I wanted it to be. So I'm not gonna say, even though people were dying every single, like, freaking consistently throughout the entire time Trump was president, he doesn't get any credit for that war, because I don't want to say that any wars were being fought under Donald Trump. Oh, but if this fighting freaking is under Biden, then it's a war Biden started, even though it was going on through Donald Trump's first presidency. Man, sir, does it ever get like just like exhausting?
But not to the scale,
sir. Sir, does it ever get just like exhausting trying to pretzel yourself through this? Like, does it get exhausting after a while? It has to be exhausting. Okay, because you're like literally, sir, like
every single fact memorized. It does.
It's not a matter of any single fact memorized, sir. You're literally stating something and saying it is fact, and then literally 2 minutes later saying how that thing isn't a fact.
But then you're saying like, oh, a minor bicker here and there counts as a war all of a sudden.
It was a war the whole time. It never stopped being a war.
Okay.
Okay, you don't get to just claim.
Okay, now we're talking about semantics.
No, it's not a matter of semantics, sir. You're saying that Joe Biden started a war that he didn't start because it started before him. Was there an escalation? Yes, but on top of that, you're saying that Biden somehow did something to start that war, which isn't true either.
Well, he sent Kamala over there right before the war started, and then met with Boris Johnson to have a peace agreement, and it kind of fell through.
Yep.
And then Russia invaded right after that.
Yep. What does that have to do with what I said?
You were making the point that, like, I don't know. Anyway, the main thing is, Trump wants less people to die. And
Donald Trump said he was going to stop the war between Ukraine and Russia within 24 hours of being president-elect. How long ago was that?
Exactly. And that's, one of the things you could say, like, that was a lie, but it was a promise made in good faith.
No, it wasn't.
A little bit of an exaggeration. Like a lot of his tweets are an exaggeration.
Sir, it was either a pure and unadulterated lie. It is either a pure and unadulterated lie, or he's too stupid to realize that it was. It's only one or the other. Either he's smart enough to realize that he was lying and you fell for it, or B, he's too stupid to realize that it was a lie. That's the only two options.
Well, since then, he's admitted that war was a lot harder to solve than I thought. And
okay, so your answer is he was too stupid.
Huh?
So your answer is he was too stupid.
No, he made a projection, he made an estimate. Everyone can make an estimate and then be wrong when it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I can make an estimate that estimate that I'm going to solve the war between Ukraine and Russia tomorrow. What would you say to that?
With Putin, and he's a president.
What would you say if I said that I am going to stop the war between Ukraine and Russia tomorrow?
Way less of a chance than if Trump said it.
No, actually it's not.
Okay, well that's
I don't know, because you can't have more than 0, and it's 0. It's 0 chance. The chances of me ending this war tomorrow are the exact same chances of Donald Trump stopping the war between Russia and Ukraine within 24 hours.
All right, Paulie. You want to talk about something else, or?
No, I'm good. You're not talking about what we're talking about.
You just said 0, so come on.
It was 0. It was 100% 0. Okay, it's okay, sir. I understand. You're going with the idea.
I would have had less faith in Kamala to end that war.
Okay. Well, I don't know how you could possibly say that, sir, because if Kamala, if Kamala didn't end the war at all, she'd be doing the exact same as Donald Trump. Actually, Donald Trump has been made it worse. Actually, the escalation and the killings have actually increased since Donald Trump was president.
There's no way to prove that, though.
Yes, there is. We can look at the casualty rates in Ukraine.
There's no metric to weigh it against.
Sir, Yes, there is. We can look at the war, and since the beginning of the war, we had the first immediate escalation and higher casualties. Then they went down the rest of the time, and then if you look at it now, it's high again. So Donald Trump's actions
so if
are
things
literally
escalate in Poland, are we obligated to go help them if they invoke Article 5?
yes. Of course we are.
All right. Well, that's yet to happen, and they have moved 40,000 troops on the border, shot down a drone.
Cool.
Do you think we want de-escalate?
We didn't, sir. We didn't have an implementation of Article 5 under the Biden administration. We did just have an implementation of Article 4 under the Trump administration, though.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't think we need to give more weapons to Ukraine. I think Zelensky needs to come up with a peace deal.
Donald Trump's giving more weapons to Ukraine. So what?
Not as much as we used to. Plus,
actually,
now
pretty much just as much.
Them, not just giving them.
Okay, cool. So our military-industrial complex is making more money. Literally, the rich people in our country are making more money. Cool, congratulations.
People that work there will still go out to eat and then tip the waiter. You know, it's not like all their money.
Yep, and people were doing that before because our military-industrial complex controls Congress.
That's a part of our economy.
Gotcha, sir. Those same people were making the weapons are still going out to eat and tipping, regardless of whether we give the weapons to Ukraine or if they're sold to Europe. Yeah, because they still get paid regardless.
Okay, well, you know, people want to see peace, right? In general. And it's not just Trump. If it was up to Trump, we probably would have peace. But there's a lot of other world leaders involved.
And if it was up to Biden, we would have had peace. And if it was up to Keir Starmer, we would have peace. And if it was up to frickin' Trudeau or Carney, we would have had peace. And if it was up to any fucking leader of any fucking allied nation or any NATO nation that exists, we would have peace. Unfortunately, it's not up to any of those people. It's up to fucking Vladimir Putin and fucking President Zelensky. And that's it. And Donald Trump can't control those people. So therefore, we're not going to have peace.
Okay, that's a good point. I agree with you there. But, you know, Trump's trying to broker peace on both sides.
And Joe Biden tried to freaking broker peace. And Starmer tried to broker peace. And Trudeau tried to broker peace. And fucking Carney's trying to broker peace. And fucking the heads of NATO and Italy and fucking Germany. They're all trying to broker peace, sir. They've all been trying to broker peace the whole time.
Yeah, you know, war is a lot more complicated than a lot of other people think, you know.
No, I'm just, you know, I am very, very familiar on how complicated it is. It is not harder than I thought in any way, shape, or form.
All right.
Yeah, the fact that the president thinks it was easier, that's the problem. Okay? That's the issue. Well, but anyways, I'm going to move on to another caller because this feels like a waste of time.
Thanks for having me. You have a good day.
All right, cool. Alberto, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, you are my hero. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Patrick, thank you so much, Alberto. Patrick said, take caller to the vet. This walk got dehydrated him. Thank you so much. That was a crazy one. I don't know what happened there. Alberto said, you are my hero. Thank you so much, Alberto. I really appreciate that. And big W's in chat for Alberto, and big W's in chat for Taurus for the 5 gifted. I really, really appreciate that too. Thank you guys so much. I really, really that really means a lot. Big W's in chat for Taurus, and another big W if you got one of those memberships from Taurus. We're gonna move on to the next caller. I don't really know what's going on. I might have to shut down this thing early. I don't know what's really going on. It seems to be acting very, very weird tonight, but and I'm not really appreciating it, but that's not on you guys. That's on this. So we'll see if we can get another caller. And if you guys would like to support, I do have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all in my bio, all that fun stuff. So if you'd like to support, that is a great way to do it. Doreen, thank you so much for the $20 over on Cash App. I really appreciate that. And Nathaniel sent was it 12 cents? I think, whatever. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Why did you turn off the It's Insane sound? It's my favorite. I didn't turn off the It's Insane sound. The It's Insane sound plays when a super chat comes in. Did you guys not know that? The It's Insane sound plays when a super chat comes in. The It's Insane sound plays when a super chat comes in. That's what that is. so yeah. So if you'd love to hear it, it can come up whenever. Yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Doing great. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
I do. I want to talk about how I actually thought that the Middle East policy actually was far superior than the previous, the previous presidents, with a couple exceptions. But I'm very much, in support of that. You know,
right.
Am I on the show now?
What?
Particularly like when he was talking about what was going on about how, all these wars that are happening in the Middle East, that they're because, they're because, Trump really didn't do anything, and that I'd have to say that like a lot of these things happen because Biden just didn't want to get involved, is what I was going to say, basically.
No, a lot of these things happened because Donald Trump did get involved.
Oh, for example.
Yeah, the Abraham Accords.
So, what do you think the Abraham Accords was a bad policy in the Middle East?
On that one. Yeah, of course it was.
Why? Why is the Abraham Accords bad? But that helps peace, right?
No, it actually is probably one of the largest catalysts towards October 7th that existed.
The Abraham Accords were catalysts toward October 7th. How is this possible?
Yeah, do you understand what the Abraham Accords are?
Yeah, the Abraham Accords were basically a movement to get countries to have relations with Israel, and to have a peace process through these countries, so they could have communication.
Awesome. Which countries?
It's basically a reversal of what the Arab League did in Sudan.
Yeah. Which countries?
So Qatar, and I think one of them was Morocco, Qatar, UAE.
Yeah.
Oman hasn't officially, but they basically are they have a sort of tacit relationship with Israel.
Yeah, you're forgetting a few of them, okay, including Saudi and
other
other
I
ones.
Keep going with you.
Saudi was the big one, but there are also multiple other countries.
No, Saudi Arabia has not. Saudi Arabia has not. It does not have relations with Israel openly, and it's not part of the Abraham Accords.
And so, what did most of those countries actually freaking agree to have an agreement with Gaza and with the Palestinians? What did they actually agree to before the Abraham Accords was implemented?
Well, the agreement basically means that they recognize each other and that they could open up trade. And as you know, trade is the biggest reason why wars in Europe. Basically, money ends, like when you have business relationships with people, it ends all sorts of things. It ends racism.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, no,
business in Europe,
business doesn't end racism. That's an insane thought. Okay,
I didn't say it ends. Okay, let me go back. Okay, I know I said it, but let me put a caveat on that. It does not end racism, but having business relationships with a country and a different people. If you have business relationships, it's about money. You're overlooking, other things because you have other interests.
Okay, none of this really has to do with what we're talking about whatsoever. I just wanted to point out. I just wanted to point out that it was a ridiculous fucking comment. Okay, so we're gonna get back.
No, it does. It is completely relevant because
I'm not asking your opinion. So thank you.
No, it's not an opinion. I was gonna base it up with the fact.
I don't want you to. I want to move on with
the
point.
You don't want to know. Okay. I think the problem is that you're concentrating too closely on just.
Oh my God! Now I understand why everybody warned me that you were just on Ari's live. See, I was gonna give you a chance, but you are quite fucking annoying.
What makes me annoying?
Okay.
You keep thinking the whole war is just Israel and Palestine. I'm saying wars.
I was trying to give him a chance. I really was, but I need to move on with my point. That's all I was trying to do. I don't know why it's not doing the insane thing on. I think it's might because I restarted my portrait live, but it's not working over there. It's not working on that one for some reason. Hello, how are you?
It's insane.
Oh, see, it worked that time. Why does it work that time? Hello, how are you? Danielle, thank you so much for the $10 on Cash App. I really appreciate it.
Shit, lefty whore.
All right, so you trying to date or what? Wait, where'd you go? I was trying to have a talk with you, bud. Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, I just hung up on you. You think I can't recognize your number?
No, I assumed that you wanted to defend yourself. The point you just hung up because you couldn't answer.
Well, no, because I tried to defend my point twice and you cut me off, and now I'm not interested in talking to you.
No, like you,
All right. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 22.
Oh, awesome. Do you support Trump?
It's better to say that I support Trump over Kamala Harris and over Joe Biden.
Why?
First is because of moral policies, like for example, pro-life, and you know, I'm completely against those who are not pro-life.
Oh,
those that
so
are
like
for abortion.
God.
Like I was saying, I was completely against those who are for.
Yeah,
abortion.
I was asked like God.
Like God.
Oh, yeah.
Explain.
Well, God explains explicitly in the Bible how to give an abortion. So,
where? Please pull this up.
Numbers 5, starting in verse 11.
You're talking about the Old Covenant, right?
What about it?
And does it? Oh, you're talking about the priest, the old priest in the Old Covenant. But you.
What about it?
Leave out the context.
No, I don't. I can read the entire verse and give the entire context.
It's not just one verse. It's a book.
It's Numbers 5, 11 through 35.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay,
I can read before
context.
that also, but it doesn't help your context.
Yeah, go for it.
Because actually, if you get more into Numbers, then we're going to start talking about a whole bunch of other things that aren't going to be very helpful. But I was just asking, since your morality is saying that you don't. Sir, I've read it 1,000 times in this live. I don't need to read it. I can almost recite it. Okay,
so I can
sir, my viewers have all
out of context.
Okay, and how about you just explain to me how it's out of context? If you know it's out of context, then I don't need to read it in order for you to tell me how it's out of context.
You're the one making the claim. So go
yes,
ahead
sir. No, actually, sir, you're making the claim. You're making the claim that what I'm saying is out of context. Yeah. So if it's out of context, then how is it out of context?
You're the one making the claim that number 5 supports abortion.
I did. Yeah. Because the Bible gives explicit instructions. Sir. So in rare cases, it's okay.
Extremely rare cases.
Like
right?
what?
Let's go ahead and open up number 5.
Sir, I don't need to open up the book. I know what it says. Do you not know what it says?
Okay, but abortion is
sir. It's a yes or no, sir. It's a yes. No, hold on. Stop.
Is what a yes no? Please.
Do you know what the verse says?
Let's go ahead and pull it up.
No, I didn't ask you to pull it up. I asked you if you know what the verse says.
I remember the context.
Cool. So if you remember the context, then how am I taking it out of context? That simple.
Because is very rare cases. It's not
awesome. Which rare cases?
Being legalized everywhere. It's not just
awesome. Which rare cases?
Let me go ahead and get an abortion because I don't want it.
Awesome. So which rare cases?
Let's go ahead and pull it up.
Oh my God, he doesn't know. This guy has no idea what the context of this verse is. He is just making this random fucking claim. He is making this random fucking claim, okay, that I am somehow out of context, but he refuses to give me the context. Sir, if you know that I'm out of, sir, listen. Listen. Okay? If you are saying that I'm out of context, then you should not need to pull up the verse to tell me how I'm out of context.
Okay.
If you're
so
telling me I'm out of context, that is a positive claim. You are positively claiming that I'm out of context. You should not need to go look up the context to tell me I'm out of context. Because, sir, if you know I'm out of context, then you would already know what the context is and how I'm taking it out of context.
Well, that's because I've read it before.
Then tell me the context.
I know you just bring
Then
up
tell me the context, sir. Then tell me the context.
You said Numbers 5, right? 11 to
I said Deuteronomy
right?
21.
I promise you just said Numbers 5. Now you're saying.
Oh, you're right. Deuteronomy 21 is where God has just wipes out fucking orders the Israelites. Sorry.
You just said, I said you.
Oh no, sorry. I was confusing it with that time that God told the Israelites to go out and kill all the children.
Okay,
my bad.
I see you like lying.
Okay. No, I was just making a joke, sir. 21. Do you know what Deuteronomy 21 says?
You were just making a joke. No, you were lying. You just said.
All right, sir. Sir, if that's what you need to make, make yourself feel better, I really couldn't give a fuck.
Take me off without even having real dialogue,
I truly couldn't give a fuck.
We're not gonna have real dialogue, right? We're not having real dialogue.
No, we're not, because you are a liar.
No, I literally
because you are saying that I am taking something out of context and you do not, sir. You are saying, sir. You are saying that I am taking some, sir. Hello. Hello.
You just lied about
Hello.
Some stuff.
All right, I'll just mute you then. That's fine. Sir, you said I was taking something out of context, but you can't tell me what I was taking out of context or how I was taking it out of context. Instead of answering my question, you're still muted. Instead of actually just addressing the context, you instead want to read it because you want to go look up the context so that you can make a positive claim about the context that you supposedly think I am already taking out of context.
If you're going to make a truth claim,
okay?
It should be,
so,
you should want to go and verify.
How about this? Either freaking explain to me the context and how I'm taking out of context, or cede your point. It's that simple.
Okay. So starting from where you were even talking about.
Nope, Jess, I didn't ask you to read the verse. I asked you to tell me how I'm taking it out of context.
I'm explaining what you're talking about. In Numbers 5 verses 11, it doesn't even talk about that. You have to go quite some time.
That's not how I'm taking it out of context, sir. That's semantics. How am I taking it out of context?
Okay, no. Because the verse that you're even saying is wrong. That's why that's.
And how is it wrong?
That's completely out of context. Because Numbers 5 verse 11 does not even.
I said 11 through 35. I didn't say 11.
Okay.
Maybe if you learn to be quiet long enough, you'd actually hear what the fucking point is. You can't even you can't even listen to what I say. You literally can't listen to what I say long enough to even freaking make a claim against it.
Okay. 11 does not even address it. Okay.
Because it's 11 through 35. It's not just verse 11. Because if I was just to claim verse 11, that wouldn't make any sense because that would be taking a verse out of context.
Okay. So it's about unfaithfulness.
Oh, gotcha. So the Bible just says it's okay to have an abortion as long as someone's cheating.
The case, no. It said, so the case in which they were brought to a priest was a man such his wife of being unfaithful.
Sir, I know what the verse says. And what is the context that I am taking out of context?
You're okay. Abortion in reality, and you're just in general does not. It's too big now to be saying that. Okay, this small incident where a wife is unfaithful to her husband. It's just everywhere, and everybody should just be having abortions because they're
gotcha. So you guys heard it, ladies, straight from the voice of this guy right here. He says it's totally okay to have an abortion as long as you're cheating on your husband, guys. We got there. There we go. We got there, guys. Guys, the Bible says that life is precious and every life begins at conception unless you were cheating.
And we're going over.
And if you were cheating, then none of that matters anymore. The second that you're cheating, it does not matter anymore whatsoever. Okay, so life is precious and only as precious as the most precious thing on the planet. God knew all of you. Unless you were cheating on your husband, then God can't see you. God's like a dinosaur. Okay,
long ago,
he's still whining. God's like a dinosaur, and if you're cheating, okay, he can't see the motion.
Gosh, you cannot.
Okay, he can't see it at all. He's just like, oh shoot, where's the fetus? I can't see it. You were cheating. And he just kind of like wanders around right? He has no idea where it's at. Okay, but if you weren't cheating and it's with your husband, then totally, then totally it's okay. So just remember that, guys. Like God can't see it.
See,
if
you're
that's the
taking
case.
the entire Bible out of context. You're taking.
Sir, I'm not listening to you at all because you're not actually having a valid conversation with me. And so at this point, sir, at this point, I am not having a conversation with you. I am mocking you. Okay. So for the final time, I am going to ask you, how did I take it out of context? Okay. Because the Bible obviously gives instruction on how to give an abortion. Okay. And even if that's only when a wife is cheating, okay, that shows right there that God is okay with abortions in certain circumstances, and one of those being that he's cheating. So therefore, God isn't pro-life the way that you freaking make it sound. So either give me the context of how I'm wrong, or I'm just gonna move on.
Okay, so this was under the old covenant. So Jesus dying on the cross is a new covenant. Okay,
according to who?
This old covenant, a covenant is an agreement. That was God's old agreement with an old man, which was fallen at the time, and Jesus. Now the new covenant, which we're under after Jesus died, is the agreement with God and basically all the laws and rules now. So
little problem
really,
with that.
It's out of context now. That actually brings me to
little problem with that.
It's out of context.
Little problem with that.
Covenant does not apply to the new covenant.
Little problem with that.
Only certain,
Sir,
moral rules
hey! Stop repeating yourself. You're repeating yourself. Are you sundowning?
No,
is this what sundowning sounds like? You're just like, that's the old covenant and the new covenant Jesus, and the old covenant is no, and then the new covenant is Jesus, and then the old covenant is no, and then the new covenant is Jesus, and then the old covenant is no. Sir, I got it the first time. Unlike you, I have comprehension skills. I can hear you the first time.
Obviously not, because it's going in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, I have comprehension skills. Sir, again, the problem with your covenant argument is that Jesus says you're wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, where does he say
Matthew
I'm
5.
wrong? Oh my gosh, you're just saying entire books. Where does he say I'm wrong? Matthew 5? Bro, you're actually bugging out. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Matthew 5:17 actually. 17 and 18.
Let's go ahead and pull that up.
Yeah, why don't you go do that?
Matthew 5:17, 18.
Here about this. I already pulled it up for you. I'll just read it because I knew you didn't know your Bible, so I just pulled it up for you. Okay. Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill them. For truly I tell you, until heaven and earth disappear, not the smallest letter, not the least stroke of a pen will by any means disappear from the law until everything is accomplished. Therefore, anyone who sets aside one of the least of these commands and teaches others accordingly will be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But if whoever practices these teaches commands will be called into the great kingdom of heaven. So God specifically says until heaven and earth disappear that the old law is still in effect. And since we are still on earth, last time I checked, I'm pretty sure that is everybody besides the caller still on earth. Okay, so, as long as everybody besides the caller is still on earth, okay, because that's where I'm at, all right? According to Jesus and the Bible, okay, as long as earth still exists, okay, the law and the prophets still exist.
Matthew 5:17 and 18. So, I argue that is a great point, and I've heard some rebuttals that I don't remember clearly right now, but I will say, it definitely, like the old law, it really is talking about moral law and moral covenant and things like that. So
where does the Bible say that?
Ceremonial law. It wasn't talking about.
And where does the Bible say that?
Like animal sacrifice.
Yeah. I've heard, sir. Listen, I've heard this argument. You're not even doing the argument right. Okay, that's the sad part. I've heard this argument before, and you're not even arguing it right. So I'm trying to stop you because you're just embarrassing yourself at this point. Okay, you're trying to make a moral law argument, and you're not doing it correctly. Okay.
Okay, can you let me speak?
Okay, no, you can tell me where in the Bible. No. You can tell me where in the Bible, sir. You can tell me. You can tell me one thing. Where in the Bible does it say this only applies to moral law?
Let me give you. I can't give you I can give you situations why.
No, I don't want situations. I want the verse where it says that this verse is only applies to moral law.
I'll give you logical reasons why I'm making this claim.
I don't want a logical reason. I want the verse.
Okay, so first, before I go into that, I'm just gonna say
no. Before no. Stop stalling. What's the verse, sir? Stop stalling. Stop stalling.
Animals.
All right, well, you're getting muted again. Final chance. Stop stalling. All right, you have till the time we get down to 1. Okay, to give me a verse. 5, 4.
Are you kidding me? Why are you saying
3,
that I have to explain from the Bible a valid
2,
argument?
1. Do you see your point yet?
Listen, I can tell you.
All right, we're gonna keep this thing going. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, Queen V, thank you so much for the $2 that I want to hear it. Feisty, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Tim said insane, just to hear the insane thing over there. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And Gorilla, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Also said insane. That's freaking awesome. Thank you guys so much for the insanity over here. Delissa said a MAGA brain cult caller, lack of knowledge on issues, policies. They call into debate about the inability to understand and accept facts and reality. That's 100% Delissa. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Ogden, thank you so much for the membership. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Before I said, you mean this sound? Yes, that sound. Yes, the insanity sound. I really, really appreciate that also. And then Feisty put this. I don't even know what that means. I truly don't even know what that means, but it's fine. Guys, if you're gonna make a religion argument on me, try knowing your own religion first. Okay? If you're going to try to make a religious argument against me, start with knowing your own religion. Okay? It really just gets embarrassing when I have to embarrass you on your own religion. Okay? It's just embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, I know. I thought I had clicked the mute button, but I had messed it up. I clicked it on the other platforms. I hadn't clicked it on that. Lee says Paulie wins again tonight. Oh, well, you know, I don't do this to win or lose, but I mean, at least at that guy, I definitely won. Yeah, I know. I'm on fire tonight, and I don't know what is going on. This one live right here, this one platform where I normally have like 60, 70,000 views by now, I don't even have 20 on, and I don't know what's going on. It's getting very, very confusing. Okay. So I feel like it's not going well because the numbers don't look right. It's bothering me. Okay. I'm trying to shake that off. All right. We'll shake it off. We're not having a bad live. We'll get on with it. Okay. We'll get on with it. Jen, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, Paulie, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? It is definitely strawberry cheesecake. 100% is strawberry cheesecake. I love me some strawberry cheesecake ice cream.
It's insane.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And if you guys say I'm wrong, then you're wrong. And just thought I'd let you know that. Just thought I'd let you know that if you think I'm wrong, then wrong. Yeah, the TikTok looks great. That's the only reason I haven't ended it, to be honest with you. The TikTok numbers look awesome. TikTok, you guys are the ones they're hooked over there. The numbers look over there for a change. Yo, make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I'm not getting push on
It's insane.
I'm not getting push on one specific spot, so that's okay. It's okay. It's all right. We'll get there. All right. That's okay. They all can't be winners, right? They all can't be winners. And Lewis, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I'm learning so much in this community that is helping me to educate my MAGA friends in Puerto Rico. Keep up the good work. Hell yeah, Puerto Rico's in the house. Can we get some Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico. Yo, somebody put salted caramel ice cream in the chat. I just saw that. And I will say salted caramel ice cream is a very, very close second. Okay. It is a very, very, very close second. All right. I love me some some salted caramel. But yeah, let's get some Puerto Rico in the house. Hell yeah to Luis. And Kez, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate that. It says Polly equals GOAT. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to the next caller. I'm gonna take at least one more. And we'll see where it goes. So far, the last 2 callers have been kind of rough, honestly. But we'll try to take one more. Vicky says I'm 75% complete with my Twitch subs over here. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, we're up to 10 subs over there. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Twitch in the house. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, you?
I'm doing good. How old are you?
35.
Awesome. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
All right, what's on your mind?
Actually, I want to pick up where you had a conversation with somebody that unfortunately was not well informed. So I am huge on pro-life, and I do support Trump on pro-life.
Well,
I'd like to pick up where you had that numbers. It's 5 versus 11.
Well, it's just really weird to say you support Donald Trump because he's pro-life when Donald Trump is flip-flopped on whether he's pro-life or whether he's not pro-life or how pro-life he is. Literally consistency throughout his presidency. His wife is very much not pro-life. Okay, she has been very clear that she's pro-choice, and honestly, I can't really put a bet on it, to be completely honest with you. Okay, I can't prove it. All right, but if you were if I could see a crystal ball, all right, crystal ball, and I could be like, you have to bet how many abortions Donald Trump has paid for. And the over-under was 5, I would take 5. I would put my life savings on over 5. Every dollar I had, I would put on over 5. No questions asked.
Okay, well, that's just a guess. I mean, that's just
that's just a guess. But there is some education to that guess. Okay? There is some education to that guess. Yeah, well, he cheated on his first wife with his second wife. He cheated on his second wife with his third wife. He cheated on his third wife with a porn star that he then paid off to try to keep it a secret. He's literally best friends with one of the, with a freaking sex trafficker, right? Who he's writing freaking letters on about secrets and all sorts of stuff. The dude's a literal.
Yeah, but he actually kind of broke it off when he found out about that.
That's actually not true. Donald Trump
and all that.
That's actually not true. Donald Trump literally came out on television and asked why he broke it off with Epstein, and he said it was because Epstein tried to steal a fucking real estate deal from him.
Oh, okay.
Donald Trump said that.
So
are you arguing with Donald Trump? Dude, sir, this isn't me and everybody else. This is Donald Trump said it.
Why I called.
Hold on. I didn't ask why you called. Sir, I didn't ask why you called. Donald Trump got on television and said that the reason why he broke it off with Epstein is because Epstein tried to take a real estate deal from him. Are you saying that Donald Trump is lying about that?
Don't even care.
All right. Well, then I don't care about having this conversation with you. If you're not going to engage in the conversation, I don't give a fuck what you want to call about.
Yeah, because you can't prove me wrong.
Sir, how could I not prove you wrong?
You're scared of the Bible because you...
How could I not prove you wrong on a point you haven't made? You're right, sir.
Well,
so how... Sir, listen.
I already told you. I was told about that other caller.
You're about to get muted.
I don't care.
All right, cool. Sir, how could you say that I'm afraid to not prove you wrong on a point you haven't made? Okay, what you're afraid to be, sir, you're afraid of being wrong on the points that I'm making about how Donald Trump is a sexual deviant, okay, who consorts with fucking sex traffickers and who's cheated on every fucking wife that he fucking wants. So why would
I concede it.
So
I don't care about that.
Let me ask you a question. So somebody that is literally a sexual deviant that freaking does all this, why would you think that their stance on pro-life is actually fucking biblical?
It's insane.
Because of his policies.
Okay, which policy?
Where he got rid of Roe versus Wade.
Yeah, that is not a policy.
Yes, he ended it. Okay, it's not a policy.
Roe versus Wade wasn't a policy,
he ended
and he
what
didn't.
People had already started and sent it back to the state, so we don't have to deal with it.
Right, and you do realize that Roe versus Wade, the ending of Roe versus Wade or the Dobbs decision, actually increased abortions in the United States.
Only in the states that allow it.
No. Oh, yeah. Only in the states that allow it. But are we not the United States of America? Or are we just individual states?
I'm actually Texas, so that's what I care about.
It doesn't change the question.
No, I'm Texas. So if you know anything about Texas,
yeah, I know you
right?
guys like
we
to
don't
fucking,
care about the rest
yeah,
of it.
Yeah, I know you guys like to let your healthy fucking women die. Okay.
Yeah.
Healthy Republican women die because of ectopic pregnancies because you guys don't understand abortion.
So how are women dying because of abortion?
Yeah, have you heard of Kate Cox?
Explain it.
I am. Have you heard of Kate Cox?
Who?
Kate Cox.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, Kate Cox is from Texas. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Since that's all you care about is Texas. Okay. And Kate Cox is a Republican woman, and Kate Cox is a mother and a wife, and Kate Cox has 3 children. Okay. That
okay,
she
come
loves.
on with your point.
Yeah, no, I'll take as much time on my point as I fucking want, and you'll sit here and listen like a good little boy.
Oh, fuck you, ho.
Good job. Good job, sport. Anyway, and Kate Cox has a big family, and Kate Cox is actually very pro-life also, or at least was. And then Kate Cox had an ectopic pregnancy, and Kate Cox needed an abortion so she didn't fucking die. Okay? And Kate Cox asked Texas to be able to have an abortion, and Texas told her to get fucked and die.
So why couldn't she have a C-section?
Sir, what's an ectopic pregnancy?
I really don't know.
I know you don't, because all of the people that want to argue about abortion don't know shit about abortion or about pregnancy.
Oh, I do know 99% of cases is birth control.
You are very, very clear. You are very,
There's
very right, sir. The
1% that could be harmful.
Sir, you're sitting here arguing against the abortion of a Republican pro-life woman in your state because she had a medical condition that you don't even fucking understand.
Yep.
Okay. And Texas was going to let her die. Okay. Because of your stance on abortion when you don't even understand what the fuck it means. This is the reason why people like you shouldn't be making decisions on women's bodies because you don't fucking understand them.
I'm not making decisions on women's bodies. I'm making decisions on the child's body.
You are
Thank you for interrupting me, bitch.
You are 100% making a decision on the woman's body because guess what? If you knew anything about ectopic pregnancies, you'd know that the pregnancy isn't viable.
Okay, and have you ever heard of, since it's a threat to the woman, you can go to a fucking doctor? You piece of shit, you don't know shit.
Then how come
and
Texas,
they can take care of it instead of an abortion clinic.
Then how come?
All they want to do, did you know where abortion clinics came from?
Sir.
They were started.
No one can hear you. Then why did Texas tell her she couldn't have one? That is the question I'm asking you.
You don't need an abortion. You go to a fucking hospital, you dumbass.
She went to a hospital.
And the doctor can take care of it.
She went to a hospital, and the doctor said
they
they couldn't do it.
If they have to remove that pregnancy, they can do it.
And the doctor said they couldn't do it because of Texas abortion laws.
Bullshit.
I'm not, sir. You know how you're talking to me on this smartphone? Yeah, instead of just yelling and screaming like the fucking child that you are, you could actually Google it and see that everything I'm telling you is factual.
I'm not like a child. You've talked shit to me since I got on this phone call, you little bitch.
Dumbass.
Because you're too scared to talk to people face to face.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I talk to you face to face.
That's why you do it all on the computer.
Ain't nobody afraid to talk to you face to face, little man.
And you're also too scared to talk to me about the Bible.
Ain't nobody talking to you. Ain't nobody afraid to talk to you face to face, little man. Okay.
That's why when I brought up Numbers 5 verse 11, you went ahead and scampered on because you know for a fact it doesn't mean abortion. Because the person in there didn't even mention pregnancy, you idiot. Until the very end, where if it didn't kill her because she didn't cheat on her husband, then she would conceive seed.
And if she didn't, she would.
Conception's where the sperm and the egg meet, and bam, you're pregnant.
If you can't stop yelling like a fucking child, I will move on to an adult.
Okay, so what do you got to say about my point now?
That Numbers 5 actually specifically says the drink will cause her to miscarry. And when you give someone a drink...
No, it does not.
You want me to pull it up?
It does not. You show me the verse.
Sure.
Yes.
Gladly.
Because all it says is her thighs will rot and her belly will swell. It doesn't even say she was pregnant. You're ad-libbing that.
Sir, I have zero problem showing you.
And it's not even Numbers 5, verse 11 through 35. There's not even 35 in there. It's to 31.
Yeah.
So you don't know anything you're saying.
Yeah, I know so
and
little
also,
that...
I'll actually make a point on Deuteronomy 21.
You don't need to make a point because
they didn't kill every man, woman, and child.
All right,
because you hear about them later on.
Yeah. Numbers 5:15. Then he is to take his wife to the priest. He must also take an offering of 10th of epath of barley flour on her behalf.
It's about 20-something.
Shh.
It's about 20-something when you get to it.
Look, sir, I know you didn't have parents that taught you manners because MAGA always sends me their children to teach them manners, but I'm reading, so it's your turn to be quiet.
Okay, well, I'll let you go ahead and read that far.
Verse 21, here the priest is to put the woman under the curse. May the Lord cause you to become a curse among your people when he makes your womb miscarry and your abdomen swell.
Okay, wait, what? No. I read it in the real Bible.
Guess what? It's on the
James
screen
version.
where all of these 2,000 people
NIV?
can read it. Where all of these people
because
can fucking
that was
read
ad-libbed. No, because I can tell you this right now. It literally says in the King James Version that her belly will swell and her thighs, between her legs will rot.
Well, see,
she basically can't have
the
kids
problem
anymore.
with this.
He's taking it
Sir,
away from her.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
I am so tired of talking to you yelling and screaming like a fucking child. If you can't fucking handle
talk crap to every one of your
handle this fucking conversation, if you can't handle this conversation like an adult, then I will put you back in timeout and I'll spank that little butt like your dad should have done instead of leaving you. Okay? Instead of leaving you like your fucking dad did. Okay? Because I don't like your shithole state. I've been to your state. It sucks. Okay? Anyways, you do realize that the King James Version is a very, very inaccurate version of the Bible, right?
Oh, and you love the NIV, huh?
Actually, the New Standard Version, New Standard Revised Version would actually be better than that.
King James is one of the most accurate versions we have.
It's actually not, and you can't
it.
find me a single Bible scholar that says that.
I can show you a lot of Bible scholars for you to show.
Oh, really? Because I
sure
can.
That,
how about this? How about I can actually name Bible scholars that'll tell you that. How about Dan McClellan?
I've never heard of that one. I know about
he's
John
a Bible
MacArthur.
scholar.
I know
he is
about,
a Bible scholar he is a Bible scholar that knows Hebrew, Greek,
hey,
and
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
Shut up.
sir, you should have tried that before you should have tried that before you got on the live. But anyways, considering the King James
no, I know
version,
way more than you do,
sir. Considering the King
100%.
James version. All right. Well, last chance before I hang up on you, okay? All right, perfect. The King James version is actually a very bad translation. Actually, the King James version was actually known as a bad translation of the Bible when it was written. Okay, which was like the 1600s or something like that. Okay, yeah, it was actually.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, I am. Okay, and you know what? I'm going to tell you all about it while you're not here because you're a child and I'm tired of teaching to a fucking child. Okay.
Oh, because you're.
All right, good. So it was actually at the time of the King James Bible being written, it was actually considered a very, very bad version, okay? Because they actually tried to go word for word in the translation, and they did it off a version of the Bible that was actually not very good, okay? See, just like everything else in the world, right, as we've advanced from the 1600s into the 1900s into the 2000s, right, we actually have a better ability to translate things, right? And that version was completely incomplete. It was off of incomplete transcript. So a lot of that actually was ad-libbed, where we actually end up discovering newer transcripts later on, okay, and use those to create things like the New International Version and stuff like that, right? So the King James Version is actually one of the most inaccurate versions of the Bible, and almost every Bible scholar will tell you so. Any Bible scholar that actually has a fucking clue what he's talking about or she's talking about, well, let's be clear, it's all he's because the Bible doesn't like women very much, right? Any Bible scholar that knows anything about what he's talking about knows the King James Bible is a very, very, very inaccurate version of the Bible. And you would know that if you could stop screaming and yelling like a child, okay? But, hey, what are you going to do? Again, guys, is that the strongmen y'all are raising in Texas? Because now I know why you guys are so sad. I assume that was the reason why, you guys freaking tried to succeed because you were having a little hissy fit and crying your life away. Oh, you poor babies. What a fucking crybaby. Jesus Christ. Michael, thank you so much for the $5 Venmo. I appreciate that. Said Michael, I said, drop the bitch. Drop the bitch. That sounds like the intro to like a Skrillex song. Drop the bitch. Drop the bitch. Sorry. Anyways, I get carried away. Feisty, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said he has spoken on tape about AB. Yes, many, many times he's spoken about that on tape. 100% he has. Thank you so much, Feisty. And Lee, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Said Trump support, trying to think brain fire. The horrors! The horrors! All right, y'all. I'm gonna call it the end of the live because I don't know. I'm just calling it the end of the live. I'm not gonna be on tomorrow either. I'm gonna take the night off. I was gonna take today off too, but whatever. We're still here. So I'm gonna take tomorrow off, and I'll be back hopefully Sunday morning. I'll try to be back Saturday morning. I'll try to be back on Saturday morning. Hope to see you guys there. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. Hope to see you guys soon. Love.